Really? This is like the best interview I've ever gotten. I just drank wine? Are you kidding? It's really good wine too. Thank you. Well done. Hi, I'm Jessica Zweig. I am the co-founder of CheekyChicago.com. Number one, understand the difference between having an idea and having a business, because it's a distinct difference. When I first started Cheeky, I remember we came up with the logo and the fonts and the colors and like the wireframes of what the site was going to look like. And I remember taking it to our business advisors and they were like, it's a really cute idea, but it wasn't a business. When you start a business, there are many things you need to think about. You need to think about your managerial process, how you're going to operate the company, how you're going to make money from the company, how you're going to market the company, how the company is going to grow, who you're going to hire. It's very, very different than having an idea. So that leads me to advice number two, which is write it down. Having a business plan is probably, or having my business plan was the most critical piece to, I think, our success. It really is the ultimate blueprint for you. I mean, sure, you might present it to an investor or a handful of investors or partners or clients or whatever, but really it gets you to think about your entire full picture. That business plan is really hugely important. Ours was 80 pages long. I don't suggest that everyone goes out and writes an 80-page business plan for themselves, but you have to think about your customers, you have to think about your competition, you have to think about the opportunity in your space, in your vertical, you know, different ways of revenue models. There's a whole side to really getting your business to monetize your business, and unless you write it down, you're not going to be able to see that full picture. That leads me to advice number three. Get crystal clear. Less is more. Entrepreneurs have a tendency, and I do this all the time, to get super excited and want to do it all at once. And if you can't explain your business idea in one sentence, then you have to figure that out. Less is always more when it comes to executing a business plan or executing any kind of business. You want to make it super clear to your clients as well as your customers. Number four, this is one of my favorites. Surround yourself with people who are smarter than you. I wouldn't be where I am without my advisors and my mentors and people I look up to. Take meetings with people you admire, go to lectures, learn harder every single day. I can sit down with one of my advisors for 1 hour and walk away with information that will change the way I do business for the next quarter. Really, no one knows it all, but if you surround yourself with people who have been there and done that and have leagues of experience beyond you, it will make you a better business person. I saw this quote on Instagram a couple weeks ago, and it said, "The dream is free, the hustle is sold separately." When you run your own business, you will never work harder in your life. It is a daily grind. It's 24 hours a day, especially if you love it, and you should. It's going to consume you mentally and physically. So be prepared to work your ass off, because you will if you want to get anywhere. Another kind of piece to that advice is another expression that I love, which is when you run your own business, you don't have to answer to anybody, sure, when you're your own boss, right? But you have to answer to everyone. And there's a distinct difference there. You are the tip of your own little iceberg, and being your own boss, you don't have the luxury and the liberty to just pass it off to someone else, right? It comes down to you. And so know that going in, that it is a lot of people management and expectation management, and it really, you know, comes down to you. So be prepared to answer to everybody. It's fun, but not always. Number six, failure is awesome. I can't even tell you how many times I've made mistakes. It is probably one of my best tools. I call them business war wounds, and I have a lot of them. And if you don't make mistakes, if you don't screw up, you're never going to learn. And I know that sounds cliche, but when you fail, and you fail big, you grow big. you work smarter, you work faster, you learn faster. And on that note too, I always advise people to don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to say, I don't know how to do this. Ask for help when you need it. Showing weakness is actually showing strength. And I know that's a universal kind of point, but it really is important when you're running your own business and you're kind of learning things as you go. Number 7, I'm a huge firm believer in content. Now I run an online magazine and we're based on content, but I feel that we're in a digital age now where it's all about content, whether it's a blog or it's social media or it's a newsletter or it's video or whatever. Put content out there all the time to engage with your audience and stay in touch with them. Whether it's a client or it's a new member or it's an investor, whatever, they're gonna wanna know, who's this person talking to me and telling me where to go or how to spend my money every day? You have to develop a relationship with your audience and a level of trust with your audience. And to do that, you have to speak to them. And we live in an amazing time where there's hundreds of ways to do that. So definitely build a content platform. Number 8, being a woman in business is definitely hard, but it's so awesome because women are actually a lot more collaborative and open-hearted than you think, especially in this city. We are a smaller community, so we have to band together and definitely be open to creating relationships within the female professional community. It is probably, it's what our whole brand is about. The Cheeky philosophy is to be kinder and more empowering to other women. And yeah, it feels good, but it can also help grow your business. So definitely open your mind and your heart up when you come across other women in business, whether they're in the same field and industry that you are or not, because let's face it, ladies, it's tough enough as it is out there, and if we stick together, we can, I believe, conquer the world, really. Tip number 9, you never know who you're talking to, right? They say today's junior assistant could be tomorrow's, senior level position. But really, maintaining relationships, relationships are everything in business, especially when it comes to selling. People, will buy from someone that they like and trust before someone that they don't. And that comes from coming from a genuine place and keeping up with people and having genuine interest in what's going on in their lives, with their brand, with their business, and not making it all about the you show. And developing those really genuine relationships, may actually help score you some new genuine friends, which it has for me. Many of the friends I have in my life I've met through my business, and I'm very fortunate for that. But really, it's about maintaining those relationships so that you can continue to evolve professionally. And I guess my last piece of advice is to own it. I mean, starting your own business is a huge risk. And I know it sounds cliche, but if you don't believe in yourself, no one else will, and never apologize for that. It's so sexy to be confident. And when you put yourself out there, be your own brand every day and come from a place of passion and purpose, I promise you, people will follow suit. People will jump on board. People will want to be involved. People will say yes. So you just have to say yes to yourself first and own it, because there's nothing more important than that. So CheekyChicago.com is the ultimate online resource for cosmopolitan women in Chicago. We are a destination website. You can come and spend hours reading our content. We publish about 35 articles a week on restaurants, nightlife, fashion, fitness, arts and culture, lifestyle like dating tips, brides, advice for moms, book reviews, wine connoisseur advice. We have a weekly newsletter, so be sure you sign up for it. You'll get tips to what's going on around the city. You can go to our homepage, CheekyChicago.com, to sign up for our newsletter. And we also throw amazing events. When we started Cheeky, we really wanted to create a community of down-to-earth, like-minded rad girls who just want to experience the best of the city and maybe make a new friend. And so our events have really kind of snowballed and have become a huge part of our business and our brand. And we throw some of the best in the city, if I don't say so myself. And we have a really incredible audience. We have amazing experiences every single month. Our next event is coming up on February 6th. It's a Thursday night from 6 to 9 p.m. It's at the new Godfrey Hotel, which is at LaSalle and Huron. We're expecting at least 300 to 400 people, and it's called the Top 10 Cheekiest Chicks of 2014. And we've nominated 10 extremely high-profile, influential, inspiring women to be on our host committee, and this is a cocktail party in their honor. So we're gonna raise a glass in the cheekiest of styles. So definitely come to that event, check out our website. You can find us on Facebook, it's just CheekyChicago is our fan page, and follow us on Twitter at CheekyChicago.